Okay. Now, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Forgive us, we kind of started, but we were having a discussion prior to class that was like a class, but it was more or less, some nasiha. But now we're going over the second part of this lesson, and we're dealing with how these letters look. We took them isolated last week, each letter. Now we're showing you how these letters look at the beginning of a word. How these letters are going to look at the beginning of a word, right? We mentioned that there were a few letters that you can't, that a word or a letter can go into, but can't come out of. Like, for example, the aleph. You can go into the aleph this way, but you can't come out of it. The dal, the val, the ra, the zay, and the wow. These letters, you can go into them, but you can't come out of them. Right? Mm-hmm. And we'll get to that as we go along. So these letters, you can go into them, but you can't come out of them, meaning connecting to words. Right? So the first letter we take is aleph. And if we want to start a word, we're just going to make up random letters. So we take the aleph, and if we want to use the aleph at the beginning, wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, billah. Yes. You can't hear me? Can anyone hear me on the video? If you can hear me, say something. If not, let me know. Can you hear me? Did you check your volume? Hello? Your volume is up, but you can't hear me. Let me check my volume. I don't know if that really matters. I don't see anything muted. Can you hear me, Brother Bilal? Sister Chantel? No, let me, I'm just going to try to tap into it myself and see what happens. بارك الله فيك. الحمد لله وأنت كذلك. Yeah, I can hear it too. There's something wrong with your device over there. It's not us.
Turn it on, turn it back on.
Okay. So this aleph, aleph is the first letter we're going to take. And if we want to take aleph and go into another letter or make a word beginning with aleph, like for example the word aleph. This is how it looks at the beginning of a word. You can go into it, but you can't come out of it. Mm-hmm. Right? So now, we're going to take the back. The back, right? Isolated. If you want to bring it into another word or into another letter, we come out of it like so. And since tat has the same form, I'm going to use tat the same way. And since we have that, the same form, we're going to use that the same way. Okay? So at the beginning of a letter, or the beginning of a word, this is how the letter looks. It connects into the next letter following it. Almost like cursive would look, as opposed to print. Cursive connects, right? So we said,
Would you put the dot at the end?
Arabic, right? If we printed the word Arabic, it would be like this, right? And if we wrote it in cursive, right? You know what I mean? It connects. What's that shit?
Why you do the dark critical mark at the end?
That's just another letter.
Okay.
I'm just
And
giving
what
examples.
letter is, what's that?
What would it be?
Tab,
Huh?
T-A-B.
That would be a B. First of all, we're not using English. What letter would it be?
Oh, no.
Bat? Can't be a bat.
No, it's not a
Got the
bat.
dot in the bottom. What would it be, Shay?
Noon.
Noon. But we're coming to that. And we ain't really worried about this second letter too much. We're just showing you how to connect and how each letter looks at the beginning of a word. Now we have the gene, right? The gene, which looks like this, right? We know from the way it looks at the top and it got the belly. So we need to understand how these letters look isolated to understand what's going to change and how they're going to look and how we're going to be able to recognize them when they come in the middle of words or at the beginning, middle, end of a word. So the gene is like this, right? Always remember we got the belly and the belly has something in it. The belly is full. This dude Ramadan, this dude eat.
No, wait, boy.
Ramadan got nothing to eat. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that same thing, but now we're going to drop the belly and bring the belly over and still put something in the belly since this dude just got to eat. So we're going to bring it over here, right? And we'll bring it into another letter. That's how it looks at the beginning of a word, right? And obviously, you have to forgive me. People are calling me about this iftar. Right? All right, so now yeah, sometimes. Why? Okay, yeah, it'd be like you brothers. Yeah, it does. I mean, whatever you think. I mean, we're having class right now, so I'm online. I can call you after the class or yeah, you know what, breakfast. No, it's not gonna go to waste. No. Okay. All right. All right, so that. Okay, now, since these letters have the same form, the gene, the ha, and the ha, we'll just do pretty much the same thing. That's how we look at the top. We're going to bring that belly over, right? And we're going to bring it into another letter, right? Gene, ha, ha, right here, okay? Right? Now.
I thought they was connected. Never mind.
What you want?
No, I thought they was connected, but they not connected, so I said
They
never
are
mind.
connected.
Oh, they is?
You don't see no separation in there. Connected.
Okay.
So, how do we distinguish this from this? Sheikh Abdul Hakim. How do we both got dots on the bottom?
That's a J and that's an N.
We don't have no J's or N's.
Oh, okay, we got
and there's not an N. Remember Sheikh Hafidhullah, he said this was a noon, the N sound. We can say N sound, but we don't have no N.
Okay, it's a
Noon, down on top, right here.
At the bottom it's a ba. Ba.
Right. So, now, this is how these letters look at the beginning of the word. Now, what's the next letter? Jim, ha, kha.
Ka.
Kha.
Ka.
What's the next letter?
Jim, ha, ka, dal.
Dal. Dal. And remember we said dal, nothing can come out of it, but something can come into it. So we say, for example,
Okay.
right?
How do I do that?
Right? That's how we put it at the beginning of a word. At the beginning of a word, let me just put it at the beginning of a word. It doesn't connect. You can go into it, but you can't come out of it. right? That's how it would look
Duh.
at the beginning of a word. Same with that, right? That. And in reality, we can just spell it. That. Or you can take, for example, the word Vic. The vowel doesn't connect. You can come into it, but you can't go out of it. Right? And then we have raw. Right? Raw.
Yeah.
Right? What I probably should do, which probably would be better, do this here. Make all the letters. Down, down. Let me just circle these. Add it. G, I, ha, that, that. Right? What's the next letter?
Ra.
Ra.
Make that. Make that right.
Ra's like this. Right? We can go into it, we can't come out of it. So if we wanted to say, like for example,
Coming out is isolated. Yeah.
can't connect, we can't go into something, but something can come into it, but can't come out of it. Likewise, the they. Is they. Right? Something can come into it, but not out of it. Right?
Is that a lamb at the end?
We don't even worry about these ends. We're gonna worry about the beginning.
Okay.
We don't want to
Okay.
get too, we won't just focus on the fact that I'm making words, but I really don't have to. I just want, but I'm just showing you that
Okay.
this is how it looks at the beginning of a sentence or the beginning of a word.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Raw, zaw. What's the next word? The next
Zaw.
letter. Huh?
Ra, za, ta, ta,
Ta.
ta, ta.
What's the next shape? Thaw. No. Ra, zaw. Ra, zay, seen. Seen. Next letter is seen. Seen. So it's like this, right? Isolated. Right? So all we're gonna do, that little fish hook, we're gonna drop that fish hook. Right? Anything that's hanging down, when we connect it at the beginning, we're gonna drop it. So we're gonna bring it over, right? We're gonna bring it over. And once we bring it over, we're gonna throw it off into another thing. Right? So that's how the scene will look at the beginning. Likewise, the sheen. Likewise, the sheen. Right? That's how it looks at the beginning. At the beginning of a word. How it looks at the beginning of a word. Now we have sword.
Sword.
Sword. So this is sword, right? Right? You say like a little fish. That little fish we used to make,
Mm-hmm.
right? The goldfish, the little thing, right? So what do we automatically? The first thing we know we have to do with this letter. Muhammad, what's the first thing we have to do with this letter?
Is it? You don't put the dots right there, right?
The letter is already the way it looks. That's
Right.
the letter. What's the first thing we have to do with this letter?
I want to say connected to another letter.
Yeah. Oh, you sharp. What's the first thing we got to do?
Allahu Akbar.
Drop the belly.
Drop the fish hook, the belly, whatever is hanging, right? We gotta drop it.
Allahu Akbar. Just like Allah cool, man. Allah reward you,
We're gonna take
man.
that
Okay, drop the belly.
sword,
Right in the air, but it's hard.
and then we're gonna just drop it, right? And then we're gonna attach whatever letter we want to attach to.
Subhanallah. Drop the belly. Okay, so anything that got a belly, drop it.
Yeah. So now,
Right.
same letter, Dod, we're doing the same thing,
Hmm.
right? We're doing the same thing. Right? This is how it's gonna look at the beginning. She's smiling for, man.
Because I'm writing this down. And
It make you happy.
yeah, like writing the Arabic.
Alhamdulillah.
I never thought I could do it, but
May Allah bless you. Of course you can. You put your mind to it.
you can do anything.
Do anything you want, man. As long as you make the intention, ask Allah, and say Bismillah and put your mind to it.
Hmm.
Now, Sin, Shin, Sod, Ba. Now, Taw, right? Remember we said it's the Taw letter. That's the Taw letter. Taw, right?
Yeah.
So, pretty much it's pretty easy. All we do is just take that thing and connect them into whatever's going to come after. Since we have the same letter in the same form, the Va, same thing. Same thing. We connected it into whatever comes after. Now, we have the next letter. What's the next letter, Sheikh?
What?
Okay. What is it, Sheikh?
What was the last one? So, Qatar, Law.
Aye.
I ain't cheating, man.
Yeah.
You cheating, man. Oh, man. Okay. Ain. Right? Muhammad, what we got to do with the ain, man? First thing we got to do.
Drop the belly.
Huh?
Drop the belly.
Drop the belly. The belly backwards now, man. Don't that mean, how we going to drop the belly when the belly going this way now and all the other bellies were coming this way?
So it's backwards. So you,
You right, man. You drop the belly. But we do it like this.
I was right.
Yeah, you're just right. I'm just messing with you, man. I want you to be confident. Right? I don't want you to have no doubts. So
Final answer?
You take that iron, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you bring that over here. And you connect it over here. Yeah. So the most important thing, once again, is noticing the form of this letter isolated. So you would know how it looked on top. Because when you start dropping stuff and connecting stuff and whatever used to hang beneath the line has to be brought up to the line. As long as you know the original form of the letter, you got these dots, and you got two dots on the top. It's going to either be a tab or a qaf. Dot under the bottom, right? A bat or a jeen, right? So on and so forth. The same letter, form-wise, right? Ain. So we're going to bring that over here. Ain. 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 Right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what me and the brother had some little thing about it. See, the fat is like this. You dot over here, or you put the dot here, you put the dot there. You might see it both ways, but you're going to see it a little longer like that. Because you have also, well, let's just go to fat, right? That's the fat. And the dot over it, bringing that fat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a letter that's similar to it in form, but it's a little different. And then you come over here, and what makes this different from that is this has two dots. That's the qaf. The qaf. The qaf. love when you smiling, man. Make me feel like I'm doing something good, man. I love when you smile.
You always doing so good. You teaching us.
5, 4. Then we got the calf. Now, we're going to change the game up a little.
I don't know the space in my paper.
It's like this. That's the calf.
So,
With an S, like an S in the middle. Like an S in the middle.
Yeah.
so do
But
that.
when you make it, when you write it in the beginning, it's going to look like this.
Wait.
It's going to look like this. Just like that. Almost like a K. I was to put that there, it'd be a K, right?
Right.
Ain't that
Like a
something?
K, like a K.
Calf, K.
It's like a
Ain't that
K and a
something?
J
Yeah.
for real.
That's why we use
funny.
English all the time. That's why we sit there and use English all the time. Right. That's how you connect the beginning. Use the calf in the beginning. Now we have the, what letter is this, Sheikh?
Lamb.
Good. The lamb, right? Ooh, that just made me hungry.
That did too, right?
I just
Lamb.
put that in the freezer too.
Was it lamb
What do you
chops?
think about bringing
Yeah.
that?
I got some lamb chops in the freezer.
Them lamb chops be
So the
good.
lamb, right? Now the lamb is like that, right? Which means that it's going to be beneath the line, right?
Right.
All the lactation of the lamb is lower than the line. What do you do in that situation?
Drop the belly.
You drop it.
Yeah.
So you do basically like that, right?
Yeah.
Brilliant. It actually looks like a backwards L, right? Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm. How about that?
Yep. So,
Lamb noon.
well, you stuck on that noon, ain't you?
Lamb bar.
That's called. That's
Yeah. Good. That's how it looks at the beginning.
Critical about people all the time. Man,
Now, the next one we have is meme. Look at this. Meme almost looks like a P. Almost looks like the letter P. That's the meme.
Yeah, it just stuck out a little bit more.
No,
Lord,
since you ain't
yeah.
got no better. What you gonna drop?
You're gonna drop the line. You dropping that line got to go.
Actually, they don't go, Sheikh. They move over. They change directions. Instead of going down, it goes over this way. None of the bellies, they didn't go away. We just moved them.
Oh,
So instead of it going down like this, we brought it straight over.
okay.
So let's just say I redid that line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what that means, all I'm doing is, right, in here, I'm bringing it over. Oh man, taking that meme, and you just bringing that. I'm trying to write this thing. We got the meme, right? So we're taking it, we're going here, and we're bringing it over. I can't. Right? Like for example, we say the name of our prophet is
I'm mixing.
You got to take the meme
Sallallahu
from here
alayhi wa sallam.
and bring that over. You bring that over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to take it, right? And bring it over, and then you would put whatever you want to put next to it. The meme can go to another letter. All right? What's the next letter, Sheikh?
Noon.
He finally made it to his favorite letter. Okay. No, we got a favorite letter. No, Noon is the same way. But if you want to, that's what you got to do with it. What you got to do, Muhammad? What I got to do with this letter? First thing I got to do with this thing.
Drop the belly.
Drop the belly.
No.
The whole letter is a belly.
Is that a cough with that mean?
Look at that. No, ha,
It's a ha?
ha.
Okay, subhanallah.
Hold it. So what I gotta do? Like this?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not
Repeat
even
what
gonna
you
put
just
myself
said,
in
what
the
you
deep road.
just
I don't know.
What did you
You
just
said
say?
drop the belly, but I said the whole
But
letter is
it's a
belly.
belly, so you don't drop the belly.
Oh no, you dropped half of it.
Okay.
I know the beginnings of them now. Some of the middles.
Basically, you're basically doing this.
Cut it off. Yeah.
But you still got the dot.
I just thinking.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Still got the dot.
Why I keep saying cut it off? No, you just bring it over here.
Now, we have another letter. What's the next letter?
Well,
Wow. Is that right? Could be right, could be wrong.
I want to say no, but I'm not for sure.
Okay. What is it?
You said the last letter was G?
Noon.
No. Wow.
Wow. Actually, it's had. It's had. Like this. And that letter? Had.
okay.
But we also have it like this. Had. Right? We also have it, well, this is how it looks. You might say, well, I'm not going to do all that. We got it like this. And it's simple. In the beginning, all we have to do is just bring this over. Bring this over. And then we can connect it into whatever we want to connect it to. Right? Then we have the infamous.
Huh. I mean, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
So, and the wow is like this. Right? Nothing can come from that one, remember? We're back to the nothing can come from it again. Right? So now we have to go and just bring something over because it can't go into any other letter. And last but not least, what's the last letter, Muhammad?
The last letter?
Yeah.
Da?
Z.
Is it da?
Alphabet.
Say it again.
Da?
The. Nice try. What's the last letter?
Yeah.
You cheated again, didn't you? I know you didn't, man. Just
The
is it
last
right,
letter.
Shay?
The,
Yeah.
So da. Da.
Yeah. It's like that. Like a funny looking S with two dots under the mouth.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got
How we do that
You got to put.
is that we just
Put.
go
No, because they got it wrong in here.
What you say?
like this. We go.
I mean, not wrong, but they're just in different order.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, they got it right.
And we put this, I'm sorry.
No,
There you got the
Yeah.
two dots.
And then we connect it to whatever we want to connect it to.
see,
Right?
that ain't what's up there.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And then we have the Hamza. And we mentioned the Hamza last time.
No, that's the last. Yeah.
We mentioned the Hamza.
And the Hamza is what? It's not a actual letter. It's something like wait, but pause, or
Yeah, the Hamza, we get into that. But right, basically when you remember I said with the Hamza, all you do to say the Hamza is you give it whatever, it's gonna either be a I, or U. Hamza is either gonna be I, U. That's it.
How you write that?
Yeah. Huh?
I gotta write it.
No, you can't. But this is how all of the letters look at the beginning of words.
so the Hamza itself, it'll have the diacritical, not the diacritical mark.
Maybe
the sound above it or not. Or,
it may not have nothing. You just stop on it.
oh, see, okay.
Like I teach you a word. You learn another word today. The word for water in Arabic is ma. If I'm not gonna say nothing else, I just say ma. The reality is ma'un.
Mag.
Ma'un.
Man.
Ma'un.
Almost like my own, but my own.
Yeah, it's mad.
Almost like my own, but it's my.
Talking about like the surah?
Huh? Yeah.
No, that's ma'un with an ayn. That's
Okay.
ma.
Ma
Yep.
is water.
Yep.
Subhanallah.
Yep. So basically, Hamza just just be right there chilling.
So it's mad. Mad.
Three types of Arabic, right? Farmers Arabic. What is it? Farmers Arabic. Arabic. That's what I was talking about. I just remember this I can remember it from Kamal. Man. Like,
Farmers Arabic.
Farmers Arabic is slang Arabic, and then you got Quranic Arabic, and then there's Fusha.
Fusha. The Fusha is the Quranic Arabic. You got Arabic is Arabic, first and foremost. You got different dialects of Arabic. People speak Arabic different, predicated on where they come from, either in their particular country, slang, for lack of better words, or accent, or something like that. But we don't say farmers, because not all farmers are the same. I mean, there's no such thing as a farmer's Arabic.
Okay.
You may have some farmers who speak a certain way, but it depends on where they live. The farmers in Morocco are going to speak different from the farmers in Palestine. Farmers in Palestine will speak different from the farmers in Egypt. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth.
Right.
So you have what they say, colloquial Arabic, got standard Arabic, colloquial. Like I say, the Amiya.
Because the Arabic that they speak in the stores is nothing pertaining to this. It's different.
In essence. Because they speak, like, for example, when we grow up as children, little babies don't learn English grammar, but they know how to speak English from just listening, but they don't understand sentence structure and all of that kind of stuff. And maybe the words are not even correct, depending on who's talking to them. So the baby could be speaking slang because he's listening and learning from someone who doesn't speak proper English.
Yeah, they cousin today.
Right.
Okay.
So many of us, we don't speak proper English. We speak slang. They call it what? Now they calling it what? Ebonics.
Yeah.
And it gave us, a name for the language that we speak. Come on, man. Open the door. Man, get up off the floor.
Yeah. Right.
I'm finna go down here and put this food in the oven.
Yeah.
Like that. But we understand it, and it's English. And we can, if we had to write it, it's not going to look how it sounds, unless texting your peoples or something like that. Mm-hmm. But even the people, it has a foundation in the Arabic language because it's Arabic. But the Quran came, purified the Arabic, cleaned it up, and that's where we take the grammar from. That's where we take the Arabic grammar from, and the pure Arabic is in the Quran. So the people who want to criticize the Quran and say it has grammatical mistakes, you idiot. How can something that grammar originated from have a grammatical errors in it, or you can't possibly. That's a grammar book. That's where it began. So how can it be? You know what I mean? Right.
How the farmers is it from?
Exactly. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.